What is going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are going live right now. I need to do the old thing where I get on my live here, and let's see, subscriptions, there we go, and boom. Alright, whoa, it's too loud on the live there. Come on. There we go. I'm going to share this to the Discord real quick, get everybody in here, and then we'll start this thing up in no time. Let's see. Send it there. Hey, Fonzie said okay. Hell yeah. And there we go. Weaponized autism bucks. I see that you say you give up on trading. That's fine, man. That's okay. I kind of have given up on trading to some degree. You know, I still trade, but like I'm more swing trade. I try not to do the day trade stuff. There's different types of trading. I'm an investor too, but like I trade longer term stuff. Like if I make 6 trades a year, I'm happy. I don't need to be trading every day. I know that sounds crazy to some people, especially when you're starting out, but you really don't. You don't need to trade every day to make money in this game, man. You really don't. But I mean, you can. Whatever your preference is here. Let's see what we got going on. Nobody is. Oh no, we got 2 people in the chat. What's going on, everybody? Make yourself known. Matt Mosher, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Fonzie, my man. And then somebody else, it might be me. I don't know. It says 2, but I've noticed that it'll say that, and it won't include me. So that's kind of nice, interesting. I don't know. Anyways, let's see here. Let's get into. Let's just start talking, guys. Some big shit has gone on today. You know, I know we're looking at CLSK here. Clean Spark. It's up 15.7%, by the way. Before we get into the media, yes, we are going to talk about media. We're going to talk about the news today. It's not just going to be TA. Oh man, I should probably edit. Let's see. We'll do requests are welcome. Let's do. Let's see. I'm going to type in live stream with C-Zar. Come on now. I can't type today, man. Bitboy fired. SEC loses lawsuit. Because we're going to talk about both of those things today. Because it's significant, man. You got the biggest guy in crypto fired from his own crypto channel. That's some shit, man. Yeah. And then the SEC lost a lawsuit that I'm pretty sure Grayscale filed with them. This time it wasn't the SEC that filed a lawsuit and lost. They got a lawsuit filed against them and they lost. What's going on, Average Jane? Good to see you. Happy to have you guys here. Thank you for saying hi. Okay, so before we get into the media stuff, we're going to look at this chart real quick because I think it's nice. You know, this is something that I'm personally invested in. If you're on the Discord, you know that I've been talking about it here and there. You can see overall we are in this uptrend. We have higher lows and we have higher highs as we're going up. You know, we did break through the kind of top. We did go lower than I expected originally, but you know, throughout this, if you've been paying attention on the Discord, you guys know that I haven't been worried about this at all. The time to be worried about it it's gone, man. Like I wish I sold around the time that I bought, because I bought this bull trap for sure, and I'm in it now. I'm still down even on this 15.7% move to the upside, but it's nice to see that we're giving it back. This thing has to move up about 90 cents before I get in the green again. But overall, this is still a higher low. You know, it's higher than this low, it's higher than that low, right? It's an overall higher low. We have volume. Look at that volume, man. It's beautiful volume compared to anything that we've seen throughout like this whole drop here. Last time we saw volume like that was on this green day. You know, maybe we go a little bit higher and then continue to roll over maybe, but I don't think so. Bouncing off the oversold area, bouncing off an area we've bounced before. You can't even get oversold, man. You were showing so much strength, you can't even get oversold. Bouncing off of this purple line here, you are above the 50 on your long-term RSI. You actually bounced like right off of the 50 area. Beautiful things coinciding with each other, you guys. And we're going to talk about the Bitboy stuff here in just a second, but I wanted to go over this just real quick because I don't know. I think it's good. It's nice to see. You know, if you've been following the channel, been paying attention to any of the videos I've made on Clean Spark, I actually, you know, I noticed this one before Bitboy ever talked about it, but on the note of Bitboy, he's the one that kind of, like, his interview with the Clean Spark, I don't know if it was the CEO or one of, like, the head guys there talking about how they're nuclear powered. That got me interested, and I definitely think this thing is going to go above $15 soon. Probably likely has a chance by the end of this bull market to be worth over $100, even $307. That's where its like primary extensions are, and it could go higher than that. It is a low cap stock with a market cap of $17 million. If this thing wanted to, I'm not kidding, guys, if this wanted to 1000x, this is a stock. Oh, I'm 17 million. I'm sorry, that's the volume. The market cap is 591 million. Okay, so maybe not a 1000x, but a 100x. It definitely could do a 100x because that would give it a $59 billion market cap, and that's definitely achievable. It's a high market cap, but it is achievable. So a 100x, not a 1000x, is possible. I was like 1000x. That doesn't sound right. But I got the volume mixed up with the market cap here. But anyways, looking good. Higher low, higher highs overall. Volume was declining as we were moving down, and now it's coming back as we're moving up. Love to see it. Bullish engulfing candle that engulfed literally, let's see, basically like the last week of price action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles of price action. So that's beautiful to see. Could we have a red day tomorrow? Sure, but all in all, I do expect this to be the low, and I think we are on our ways to another high, a new high in this overall range, which could end up, somewhere around $10, maybe just above it, maybe just below it, something like that. But enough of that. Let's talk about Bitboy, man. Let's talk about what's going on with Bitboy. There's a lot of speculation on what happened. We can look at some of the crypto news stuff here. Bitboy crypto will change face. Ben Armstrong fired. It was inevitable, is what some people say. If you don't know, and I'm not trying to spread FUD here or anything. Yeah. Oh, to get some more, you want to buy some CLS, bro? I'm telling you what, man. This we're still at a cheap price from the current high here. We're still down 31%. This is pullback territory, man. You could still definitely get in at a good level here. You're buying like a whole dollar less than I bought, so I think it's a good price. But be damned with what I say, man. You are technically, let's see here, from top to bottom, you are at the 382, a classic area where you could find resistance, come back down to just below $5, maybe find support there, and then go up. You might just tear tomorrow. You might just go up and have another day. When this thing, before I continue getting distracted here, when this thing goes down, it can go down quickly, but when it goes up, it does it faster. It does it faster. It does it faster, right? When it consolidates, it's very slow, but when it moves up, it's fast. And I think what we have here is a clear higher low, and we generally do move up pretty fast afterwards. We might see something like this where we jump up and then consolidate for a little bit and then go on our actual run. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe we find a little bit of resistance on this overhanging kind of descending trend line here, something like that at around like $6. Probably right around where I bought, like just above $6 there. But and then maybe we come back down to about 560 and then go up. But I think it's as good a time as any to buy. But this isn't financial advice; it's just my opinion. But I'm not trying to spread FUD on Bitboy here. As far as Ben Armstrong goes, the human being himself, I think he's a bit of I think he's a bit pompous, personally. I think he's gotten ahead of himself. Maybe this kind of thing will help humble him. But he definitely thinks he's hot shit. But man, he has a reason to. He had the top YouTube account up until recently, right? Top YouTube account in crypto, like literally the most followers at all. He started something that just like literally became bigger than anything else, and he's a good force for crypto, guys. But regardless of like what kind of person he is, if he's pompous or not, or like thinks he's too cool, like he's a good force for crypto, and I definitely support Ben, and I respect him personally. But it sucks to see that I would hate if my channel got big and I lost my channel, man. Good. Well, I'm glad you bought lower, bro. Good. I'm glad for you, Matt. Lucky bastard. I wish I bought lower. You're going to do better with that than me, man. I've kind of expended the limits of my money that I want to put into that thing. I've got my interests elsewhere for the time being. I don't want to have all my money in stocks. I want to be ready for crypto. But I think this clean spark could really do well in the meantime. It's in the stock market. It can run separate of crypto. Miners can do well while assets in crypto go down in price. They don't necessarily need to correlate, though I would assume that the mining stocks will do well as the bull market kicks off. But with Bitboy, man, it's kind of sad to see. We can read into crypto news here. From what I've heard, and I don't know if this is. I always reject cookies. Everybody accepts them. I always reject them. I always have. I don't know if anybody's heard, but there's something about they said financial damages is why he got fired, and for drug abuse is what I read. And maybe not. I could see that Ben, he's got a big account. He's lost some weight recently. Maybe he's done some cocaine or something. He's got a lot of high energy, and sometimes like I don't know what kind of drug it is that he's doing. I'm not trying to spread any FUD or anything. Maybe he hasn't done any drugs. Maybe that in itself is misinformation. We don't know. I think we need to. I was watching Ivan on Tech's video earlier today, and he said it very well, man. We need to give him a chance to kind of speak, and he's lost all his availability, all his platforms to say anything. So I think he will be back. I think he will have an interview with some of the bigger channels. He's got a lot of friends in the crypto space, and he will give his side of the story. So I think before people jump to conclusions, it's important. What's going on, Robert Lellis? Good to see you, my man. It's important to kind of wait and be patient. Don't jump to conclusions. It's natural for us human beings to read headlines and just think, from his own company in coup, what's going on, And maybe it was a coup. Maybe it's the best thing for the company. I don't know. But let's see. Ben, right here. This has been TJ, Shed, and Justin Williams have attempted a coup. Damn, TJ did? Wow, Justin. Damn, have attempted a coup in my company, just confirming what is going around. It's true, there has been a mutiny at Bitboy Crypto and Hit Network, but it won't work. They have no leverage. Until they can clone me, I have nothing to worry about. So maybe he's not. So we'll check out his Twitter here in a second, or his X. But maybe he's not done with Bitboy Crypto. Maybe they just pushed him out for the time being, but he might still have a say in the company. We'll see. Let's see, until they can clone me on it. And I agree. I know it might sound a little bit pompous, or a bit like what's the word? Braggadocious. I don't know, to say until they can clone me, I have nothing to worry about. But I agree, man. With Ben, he started this. This is the face of Bitboy Crypto here, man. Without him, they still have a channel with a bunch of followers, but I'm assuming they've probably lost some today, and they probably will lose some as it continues. I haven't personally unsubscribed from Bitboy yet, because maybe he comes back, maybe they end up doing something good with the channel too, even though they've done him wrong. They might still do right by the people, I'm interested to see, but I'm totally prepared to drop them if they end up just being absolute shit without him, because Ben's a big figure, man. He is a very big figure, not just on that channel, but in the whole space. So I don't know. I'm kind of waiting before I give more decisive things on this. But let's just see. Decided source of confidence till they can clone me. Armstrong confirmed his departure on his Join Ben BTC account, Join Ben Coin account, which as initially revealed by Bitcoin blogger Jason A. Williams through a screenshot. Effective immediately, Ben Armstrong will no longer be working with Hit Network, BJ Investment Holdings, and all subsidiary brands, including but not limited to Bitcoin or Bitboy Crypto and around the blockchain. This decision has not been easy. However, after long consideration, we are confident this is the only path forward. And I could see where tensions get high, man. Again, I think Ben might not be the easiest person to work for. I see how he talks to people. It's maybe this will humble him, but knowing him, probably not. It's going to light a fire under his ass, probably. It's going to be interesting. There's going to be some drama in the crypto space to come, you guys, definitely. So this will be another story that's, I think, worth checking into. But let's see. Let's see here. Controversy surrounding Ben Armstrong departure amidst token questions and investigation rumors. Yeah, some people are saying that that maybe this is something to protect him against a potential lawsuit against the SEC. This might have been a planned kind of thing that they're doing. I don't know. I don't think it is, man. I really do think that this is legit. He actually got pushed out, unfortunately. But who really knows? Let's see. I can let me share this to Twitter so that I can do this. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Put that on there. Let's look him up. Let's look him up right now, man. Let's look up, what is it? It's just Ben. Where is it? Where are we at here? I just saw it, didn't I? Was it not? Am I making this? Oh, here we go. Join Ben Coin. Okay, so let's see. They might come after that too, man. Who knows? But let's just see here. Join Ben Coin. Right here, Ben. So this is him. Let's see what he has to say. He hasn't said anything. This was 2 days ago. Okay, wow. So I am just hearing about this today, and apparently this is 2 days ago. Ben is not owned by Hit Network or Bitboy. It is managed by a separate entity entirely, controlled exclusively by Ben Armstrong and Duchess of DeFi. The release of implementation of V2 is unaffected. Okay, so I don't know, man. If this is some kind of thing, maybe it's to get, to detach Bitboy and Hit Network from Ben token. Maybe that's what it is. That's what the idea of this being staged is. But I don't know, man, because I think the way that Ben talks about the SEC and Gary Gensler, if they were to come at him with a lawsuit, I don't think that he would need shady tactics. I think he's done everything like as legitimately as he can. He knows the laws. He's got some friends in high places, and I think he would welcome a challenge by Gary G. So I don't know if it's been staged. It could be, but what's going on, Ethan? Good to see you, man. Happy to see you here. Hell yeah, brother. I don't know if you heard, man, but Bitboy Crypto, Ben Armstrong with the biggest account, he actually lost his account, man. They pushed him out. They pushed him out. And there's rumors that it might be staged, maybe. There's rumors that he was doing drugs and that he caused financial damages. Have I ever done TA on KDA Crypt? I have not, but we're gonna hop into the TA right after this for sure. I just wanted to give a little update because this is even though it doesn't really affect the price, like nothing. Maybe it affects Bencoin. This isn't really going to affect the price of crypto. It's still significant, man. And I like this right here. Look at this. When people celebrate the downfall of others, it just shows you how weak this community can be. Be better. Create your own value. Yeah, I agree, man. Like, it sucks. It really sucks what happened to Bitboy. It truly does. I do think he's pompous. I do think he thinks he's cooler than he is, but he is the face, man. He literally, this is the guy that made Bitboy Crypto. Like, to be pushed out of your own thing, that sucks, man. And he's a good guy, I think, and I think that he has the best interests at heart for crypto and for the space. Like, I think he's definitely a person who is a valiant fighter for a lot of us. He's literally produced a lot of stories and kind of pulled the veil from a bunch of different things. He was one of the first people to call out FTX for being fraudulent, so I feel like he's been wrong. He also promoted FTX before calling it fraudulent, but it's not that he's right about everything, but he's a big figurehead in this space, and I think it just sucks. I agree. I really do agree with what this guy said here. Just when the people celebrate the downfall of others, it's like that just reflects your own character, man. You shouldn't be celebrating. This is a guy who worked hard. He's put in his time, and he got pushed out of his own baby, man, his own project. Anyways. Enough about that. I think we can move on from there. He'll be back by fall. Yeah, man. I'm sure Ben is a tenacious bastard. That's for sure. I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will be back. I don't doubt that at all. And I will definitely follow him. I can't believe I'm not following him now, but I'm going to follow him on this. But let's go now. Let's look into the grayscale. Right? Is grayscale versus SEC. If you guys didn't know, the Grayscale SEC lawsuit, SEC lost, Grayscale won, and the thing is, I think that's why we're seeing this whole pump in the market. I think we're seeing this pump really not because of the news. If you guys have been watching the channel, I've definitely called for a move up that's going to happen. Before we take out these lows, I still do think we take these lows out, but maybe up to this purple line is what I was saying with Bitcoin, or to around where we found previous support comes resistance, something like that. That's not totally out of the question, and I think we're getting that move now. But the catalyst behind that was this Grayscale winning the lawsuit with the SEC. Now, I think a lot of people, what's going on, Kanye West? I think a lot of people are misinterpreting that Grayscale wins SEC lawsuit for Bitcoin ETF review. They're thinking, okay, the ETF is going to happen. That does not mean the ETF is going to happen. That just means that, I think that they're going to have to review the ETF again. The SEC will probably swindle their way into another way of denying the ETF for other reasons. I don't think they want an ETF. I think the people want an ETF, but the SEC doesn't want the ETF to pass just yet. Maybe it does pass, after this, but it has not passed yet, so just be aware of that. If the ETF passed, we'd probably see a lot bigger of a pump than 7%, right? This 7% pump is nothing. Just like this 7.2% dump was nothing. Overall, it's just a lower high. If we take this from the high here to the current low, we're not even halfway through this range. I think we do have a little bit higher to go. We could even come all the way up to 29K again before going lower. But let's look at the chart, like the RSI and stuff. Yeah, you're overbought right now. I don't think this move is done. I do think it wants to go a little bit higher. Probably, you're at 28K right now, so probably somewhere between 28 to 29K. You could even go higher. At the most, I would say 29.6K might be your high. That to me would make sense. Or maybe even here, right at 28.5, right where this tip is, something like that. This overall, the mid range from top. Nope, that's not the top. Top to bottom here, we could see or I guess we've actually already passed that mid-range, haven't we? Well, the 618 to 69 range is right there below 29K, so I don't know, somewhere between 28.5 to 29.5K is probably where Bitcoin will go before it tops off. And I bet all coins will dump before then. Let's see what Bitcoin dominance is doing. BTC.D. I wonder if it's gone up or down with this. It's gone up. So Bitcoin's gone up, but a lot of cryptos have not gone up. Let's actually look. I wonder. Sorry, Bitboy. Man, seriously, like, respect to this guy. Like, regardless, yes, I've called him pompous, and I've called him cocky or arrogant even, you know, and I think he is. I think fame gets that way. But at the same time, he has created the biggest YouTube channel for cryptocurrency out of all the YouTube channels. He's a hard worker. He's done his best, I think, to promote the truth. I really do think he's about the truth and honesty, you know. I'm sure he makes his money from like different things, you know, like everybody does things differently, but I don't think he's a scammer. I think he's the real deal, and it just sucks to see someone like this lose everything that they worked for. So just one last time, man, you know, RIP to Ben with Bitboy Crypto. Hopefully there's something that he can do to get it back, or like, you know, his new endeavors like take off even further than they have before. You know, maybe this kind of negative news influence will promote his other channel far greater than Bitboy Crypto ever was. I don't know, but respects to the man. Let's look at, what was I going to see here? I totally forget. Oh yeah, we were going to go to CoinGecko here. CoinGecko. And we can read this actually before we get into it. So let's see. Crypto asset manager Grayscale Invest has scored a major victory against the United States, blah, blah, blah. Previously, the SEC rejected its GBTC application on the grounds that the products were not designed to prevent fraudulent and manipulative acts and practices. So this is why it was denied, because of this. It was on the grounds of this. But that doesn't mean that the ETF is going to be approved. They can find other grounds to deny it on. You know, they can just go back and forth like this. Grayscale subsequently sued, and the decision has been overturned. So now, if the SEC wants to deny this ETF, they have to come up with a different decision. That's all it means. And I bet whenever they do, we're going to see this move get given back, you know, on BTC. According to August 29th court filings, U.S. Court of Appeals Circuit Judge Naomi Rao ordered Grayscale's petition for review be granted, and the SEC's order to deny the GBTC listing application be vacated. Previously, Judge Rao said the SEC did not offer any explanation as to why Grayscale was in the wrong. However, the order does not guarantee the eventual listing of Grayscale. That's what I'm saying, man. It's not, they're not going to guarantee the ETF. They're just saying, hey, you have to be a little bit more clear. You can't just be, no, sorry. You have to be like, no, sorry, this is why. And that's probably what they're going to do. CEO of Grayscale said on X, formerly Twitter, that its legal team is actively reviewing the court opinion. Yeah, so they're doing their best. Let's see. Thank you everyone who's been on this journey with us. Justin, yeah. Let's see. I mean, Grayscale, you guys know. You know, Ethan knows for sure. He talks about Grayscale more than I do, man. And there's some people who are all about crypto and they don't even know about the Grayscale Trust. And I knew about GBTC. I didn't know about the Grayscale, and I knew about Grayscale with Ethereum, but I didn't know about it with Litecoin and with Bitcoin Cash, man. Which was BCG or GBCH? What is it, man? That's the Ethan. If you're still there, man, what's the Grayscale Bitcoin Cash one? It's like GBC, I think. GBC. Is it not? No. It's, oh man, what is it? Or BCG? What is it? I forget, man. It's Grayscale Bitcoin Cash. No, it won't let me find it. I don't know. ETCG, yeah, there's also Grayscale for Ethereum Classic. All forks. Doge is a fork of LTC. Is it a fork of LTC? I know it's not a fork of Bitcoin, but let's, real quick, I want to see 24 hours here. Bitcoin Cash is up the biggest. Stacks, Thorchain, Tonecoin, eCash. No HBAR. Huh. I wonder what happened to HBAR. I had some guys that were talking crap about HBAR going up one day. It's not doing anything today. Where is it? I don't see it, man. Let's see, 24, and it looks like not a lot of cryptos are down, so that's actually nice to see. But Bitcoin's just up more than most cryptos. That's why. You know, you go all the way down here. We're about over halfway down the list, and Bitcoin's up 7% today. Here we go. You know, so Bitcoin's up more. That's why the dominance is going up today, because everything's going up or is neutral, but Bitcoin's just gone up more. Yeah, I don't know. I forget what the Bitcoin Cash Grayscale Trust is, but what I was trying to say is that going back to this, DCG. Disclose it. Yeah. Is that, what is that? I don't know what DCG is. Is that Doge? They have Grayscale Dogecoin? I doubt it. But they, with over $14 billion in assets under management earlier this year, shares of GBTC traded at a discount of nearly 50%. Net asset value due to the firm's then ongoing litigation with the SEC and credited concerns. Let's see what GBTC did today, actually. Because if Bitcoin's up, I bet GBTC's up a lot. Yeah, you're up 16%. That makes sense, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. A lot of volume. I think that does add legitimacy that, you kind of, even if the ETF doesn't get approved, Grayscale's at least going to battle with the SEC if they feel like they're being treated unfairly. So, I don't know if now's a good time to buy, but this is probably part of why Bitcoin itself is going up. And I mean, I would say, again, we've kind of analyzed that this would happen before, but this was the catalyst for this move up. And overall, guys, it is still a lower high. I do think we go down. I'm going to get done talking about this because I'm not too good at going over the media. I'm more of a technical analyst myself, so we're going to hop in the realm of familiarities there for me. It's good to see everybody in here. Let's see, all forks. Doge is a fork. Let me see. TA afternoon. Hi, so how's it going, everybody? I want to see, actually. I do want to look that up. Is Doge a fork of... Is Doge a fork? Let's just see. Like other cryptocurrencies, Dogecoin employs distributed ledger technology. However, its underlying code is a copy of the Litecoin code base, a fork of the original Bitcoin code base. So Doge is a fork of a fork, if you will. That's cool. So it's a I don't know what a fork of a fork would be called, but that's what a Doge is, I guess. I didn't know that. I knew it wasn't an ERC20, but I didn't know that. ETH is a fork of ETC. Yeah, no, exactly, Kanye West. Yeah, it is. It definitely is, because it's just like Bitcoin Cash is a fork of Bitcoin, right? But it didn't keep the Bitcoin name. Ethereum is a fork off of ETC, but it kept the Ethereum name. So yeah, ETH is a fork of ETC. 100% right. That is accurate information there. But anyways, guys, I do want to go back real quick to CLSK now that there's more people in here. Clean Spark, for those of you guys who aren't aware, it's up 15.38%. I myself bought up here, and this is not the sad hopes. Hopefully it's not the sad hopes of a person who's underwater. I do think this thing has great potential. I bought some stock, and I bought some call options, some $15 call options for January of 2025, so I have a lot of time before that happens. But I do think that it's not only going to go to $15, but way higher than that. If you don't know how options work, in short, it basically needs to get a little bit over $15 for me to break even, but I can sell it based on like the premiums, the price of the options that I bought it for. Once it goes above 15, those will be up. I don't have to wait till expiration. I can basically, it's like a way of leveraging your money. You can take $10 and like turn it into a 10x trade on a move that's only like 10% or like 20%, depending on how volatile or how much the premiums grow. I don't know how well I did at explaining that, but that's what I plan on doing. I don't plan on waiting till the expiration of my options. I do plan on selling before then, but anyways, from top to bottom here, recent top to bottom, I do think that we're going to find some turbulence between about $12.56 to $15.81. I think the SEC will come for proof of stake blockchains next bear market. Maybe, man. Honestly, maybe. Especially with the vulnerability. Yeah, man. There's a lot of vulnerability with stake coins, proof of stake coins recently. I forget what. It was like Gray. It wasn't Grayscale, but it was like something that like all the exchanges implement in their staking. People couldn't withdraw their ETH or other cryptos from exchanges. I know people that got affected by that, man, and that's a big deal. So if the SEC sees that vulnerability, they might come for them just to like test them, and if they don't have the proof to back it up, like they can cash out on that or like mess with the markets a little bit. But I think this overall on CLSK, it does look like a nice bottoming formation. You have a V here, you have a U here. Looks like it wants to do good things. It does have a low market cap right now, again, of about $587 million. I think this thing has 100x potential from its current price, even more than that. But if not 100x, at least I would think back to all-time highs, past all-time highs. If we go from here to all-time highs, that's a 28x there. A 100x would take us all the way up to about, that'd be $521, so that would be nice to see. And from all-time highs to all-time lows, that would put us right around this 1272, the minimum extension to meet. I think this is possible by the end of the bull market, the end of the crypto bull market, which is before 2026, likely going to be at the end of 2025, but it could be in the beginning of 2026 as well. Could be earlier, could be later, who knows, but I think it is possible. If not, I at least think breaking these highs is possible. Maybe we don't get up here this bull market, maybe we get a higher high and then come down, form higher lows overall, and then in the next cycle we continue to go up. I don't know. Who really knows how it's going to look? But I do think we're going to well surpass the $15 price limit, which is where my that was like the highest call option I could buy. So I'm excited for that. I definitely think this thing's going places. And right now, just looking at it in the short term, man, my voice is going out. Looking at it in the short term, you can see that all we have here is a bounce off the purple line, another higher low in this series of higher highs and higher lows. It looks like a nice little channel, doesn't it? Going up here. Let's see, fib channel. And then I'm going to be done with this and we can start talking about crypto, you guys. And I mean, we are talking about crypto to some degree here, but you can see it's in this nice little like channel going up like that. Anyways, looking at it now, let's see. Anybody got any requests here? I know you're not saying ETH, SOL, and XRP are requests, but let's see here. We could talk about, which one was it? You were saying, I love you. I'll see you in a second. KDA. Have I ever done TA on KDA? Let's do some KDA for Robert Lellis. KDA USD. I think that's the one, right? Kadena. I've never heard about this one, man. Let's see here. Looking at it, we've got a chart that goes back to 2021. Is this the oldest KDA USD? Let's see. Looks like it goes back a little bit further than that. Not really, huh? What is that? That's July 2021. Here's the bottom here in July. Okay, so this is good. I think this is fine. Ignore this huge wick to the upside. That's probably nothing. We're probably just going to pay more attention to like anything that happened after that. But looks like you're near all-time lows. It wouldn't surprise me, with the fact that you are only up 2.5% today while the rest of crypto is going up. All you have are lower highs and lower lows. It would not surprise me if you would make strides down to this low. You're at 48 cents now. That would put you around 32 cents, 30 cents, something like that. And you could go lower. It's possible. It is possible. If we're looking at this from, you don't have any volume coming in at these lows. There's no interest. So until we get lower here where there's potential buying interest, I think you are just going to continue to bleed down. But let's just see here from this low to this high. Get the low itself right here. Yeah, I don't know. That 2618 is right there, right in line with this all-time low. It really is right in line with that. That would make sense to me. Looking at your RSI on the weekly, this is a very weak-looking RSI. You have struggles getting above the 50, even getting up to it. It's not healthy looking. So you do have bullish divergence forming here, but you had your move you did have your move over on this week here that kind of might have already played out on this bullish divergence, and you gave it back. You gave a lot of it back. You can see that most of this candle was a wick to the upside. So I think this bullish divergence has already played out, and you are looking to make strides lower still. Maybe you get another slightly lower low on a closing basis, have some more further divergence form, and then you do have another move up that takes you above like 50 to 60 cents, something like that. Maybe takes out this high. But I am under the impression you'll make your way down to these lows. Now, will you go past that low? That is the question, man. I don't know too much about this. Let's just see. It's KDA, right? KDA. KDA. It won't show me. Let's see. Sometimes you got to refresh it. KDA, there we go. Kadena. $117 million market cap. Let's call it 118. Not completely diluted, but that's okay. Been around since 2020, almost 2019, but 2020, the beginning of 2020 there. What a run you've had. Yeah. So that isn't even all-time lows, is it? So that's actually kind of nice to see. I wonder, man. Logarithmic. Hard to say. I wish I had that chart. I wonder if I can find it on here. KDA, USD. Maybe it's on Bittrex. Okay, there we go. Look at that. That might be a little bit more helpful. That's nice. Okay. So from the all-time low here to the all-time high, you're kind of in an area. Maybe you do find support on the 786. You could go below it, wick below it, and then close at it. Maybe you go down to the 886 and get an overall like double bottom here. That would take you down to about 21 cents. That's about 10 cents lower than I was expecting. Let's see what this says. This is on Bittrex, so you have a little bit less volume on this exchange. Your 1618 lines up right with that 886, man. Maybe you do go down to 21 cents. This thing definitely doesn't look too good, in my opinion. The RSI still looks weak on that. Daily RSI looks weak too. You're just in an area where you continue to find resistance and you go down. Lower highs, lower lows. It's not too exciting, man. It does have a low market cap, so it might have potential, but I don't know too much about this thing. I'm not going to like blow smoke up your ass or anything, but I do think that it's going to go lower. Maybe it goes higher. Maybe it has a good bull market, but you know, let's say it goes to like this closing low here. From here to the all-time high, that would be like an 81x. Maybe it doesn't even do that. Maybe it has a lower high, and that could still be like a 23x if you catch it right, you know. And that's still good gains, honestly, for any crypto. But let's see. I mean, let's say you were to go right here, right? That would give you like a 618. You could go. You might not even go that high, right? You could go somewhere around there. But if you were to break all-time highs, you could see prices around $100. That is possible. It definitely is possible with a coin like this. But I don't know, man. I don't know enough about it. It doesn't look like there's any interest. It went up. It had its day, and it's had no interest in volume ever since then. So I don't really like it personally. That's my opinion. Let's move on. Let's move on. Yeah, no problem, Robert. No problem, man. Let's see. We could talk about Bitcoin here, and then we'll talk about Bitcoin Cash. So looking at Bitcoin, you guys, we are having a day. We're having a nice day today, right? We're up. Well, now we're up 6.9%. We are at 27.9K. From our most relative high to our most relative low, wow. Maybe we don't go up higher, man. We've actually tipped the 618, and to a certain degree, it's bearish because we didn't quite touch it, did we? We actually got just below it. Hard to say. On the daily RSI, we are forming a higher high, but on the price, we have a lower high, so that would be hidden bearish divergence, and you tend to see those come into fruition. By come into fruition, I mean you see the bearish side come into play. It's more effective when you're in a downtrend. If you have bearish divergence in an uptrend, it's less likely to play out. You can look to negate that. It still could play out, but I would say that right now it's looking like we are forming hidden bearish divergence. Maybe we go up higher to this oversold zone or overbought zone and then reject from there. We probably still wouldn't be above this high here. I don't think we'd get above that high anyways. I would, you know, at the most, I think it is possible that we could reject here, but I would think that you do go above this purple line a little bit. Let's see. You are technically above the 50 right now. You are technically above the 50 right now on that, but I don't know. You could go above the purple line. You might reject it. You do find significance on this thing. You know, 2 tips right there. Little disrespect here, but some resistance there, support there. Tipped it right there. You know, you do find significance on this thing time and time again. So it is possible that you could just reject this area. But at the moment, I would think that you go higher, just a little bit higher. You know, give or take like $1,000. You are overbought in the 4-hour RSI. It looks very strong, very, very strong looking RSI. To come down, have a momentary like have people think that, oh no, that's the end of the move, and then it bounces from there, or maybe it even comes down to the 50 and then bounces from there. You're still having higher lows overall in your RSI. And what you could do at that point would be come up in your RSI, form a lower high, and maybe have a higher high in your price, and that would be bearish divergence. That would mark the top, in my opinion. That would be something to look for. You are above the 50. You're just barely above the 50, though, so maybe you do come down for a little bit of a reprieve. Looking at the 1 hour, look at this here. You do have bearish divergence on the 1 hour. So, yeah, a more immediate move back down to around like 27 to 27.5K. That's only like a $400 to $900 move to the downside. That could happen. You do have high volume here, lower volume on this move up, bearish divergence. Of course you're going to turn around, but how low do you go? I don't think that you're going to give all of this move back. This could be the top, but I still think you have a little bit left in you. On the 15-minute, more obvious with this bearish divergence, but kind of looks bullish as far as the price goes, because you've got it. You got this bearish divergence, but you're still holding. you're still holding. You actually have hidden bullish divergence even. You have lower lows with higher lows. This kind of looks like you might actually be looking to make another move up like right now. The 1 hour looks a little bit more immediately bearish to me. You do have hidden bullish divergence on here though as well. Hard to say, man. Hard to say. That would be a lot because, man, you are really overbought on this 4 hour. You are definitely like very, very, very overbought on this 4 hour. Some of the most overbought you've been really since this high range over here. Similar kind of looking moves though. Hard to say, man. Really hard to say. Again, where I think Bitcoin could go from here at the highest, probably up to about 28.5K, and then maybe just maybe like, where is it here? Is it, yeah, something like that. 29.5K, something like that. Somewhere in this range, I think we could see it top off. That's my expectation. And then from there, Bitcoin and most crypto will probably go down. We'll talk about BLZ, Matt, definitely. Do I think Litecoin has bottomed out? I don't know. We'll talk about that too, Robert. We're going to go into that for sure. We'll do that next. We'll talk about Bitcoin Cash as well, but let's talk about BLZ because I actually haven't talked about that in a little while. BLZ on Coinbase I think is fine. If we're looking at this here, we can start on smaller time frames and go from there. Neutral RSI, very neutral RSI, not really strong one way or another. I guess the price action to me, it would make it look like it wants to try for another move up. Will it break this high? Probably not. Well, you know, it might, but probably not. Hard to say. You are above your 50. You're actually bouncing off your 50. That's nice on the long term. You're above your 50 here as well. Yeah. And you're battling this purple line. Yeah, maybe you do. Maybe you do break this high. Hard to say. Looking good, looking more constructive on the 4 hour RSI, higher lows, double bottom here. You're above the 50, showing strength, holding strength. Maybe you do. Maybe you do go above this. But maybe what you do is you actually come up here, form a lower high in your RSI, get a higher close, but an overall lower high, and you form some bearish divergence. That could happen on your 1 hour. Let's see what the 4 hour looks like. 4 hour is starting to look good too, man. As we zoom out, it just looks a little bit better actually. A lot of volume came in on this candle, and it's not a lot of volume, but just more volume than we've seen, you know, in these relative bars here. And it was like a move to the downside. It's what they call a falling star, I think, doji. I'm pretty sure that's a falling star. Let me see. Let's look it up. Falling star doji. Yeah, that's what this is right here. Right there. This one right here. Falling star, you can see it there. Falling star, shooting star, whatever. Shooting star, falling star. I think that's what that is. And that's normally a bearish indication. You do, you know, overall have lower highs in this. I said it looks more bullish, but I guess looking at it like from a secondary kind of point of view, you are in this kind of like channel to the downside in the RSI, right? You can see it. You might be at the top now. This might be an area where you do turn around. Maybe you go up a little bit higher, but let's see. Let's look at the daily. Looking at the daily, well above the 50. Nice to see. Definitely strong. Yeah, I think you do come down lower. You know, maybe in the immediate terms you go up a little bit higher, but I don't think it's going to promote too much. Let's see. From top here to bottom, you rejected your 50. You actually rejected it like quite nicely, actually. That could be it. You might not go above this high. I know I've been back and forth on this, saying if you are or you aren't, but just looking at it further, I would say that might be your high. It's also a previous area that you found resistance before, back over here. You know, you found resistance here, found resistance there. On a closing basis, you found support, so that would make sense to me. Low here to high, not really in anywhere, are you? But you are still closing below this 236. So if you get a day to close above this 236, above about 11.77 cents, things could look a little bit better. But it might not. I don't know. You haven't really shown too much respect on it to begin with, so who cares? You know, that might not really matter. Ultimately, I do think that BLZ could go. I know that I've said around like 9.95 cents, maybe down to like 9 cents, somewhere in there. But it really could go to about 7.6 to 7 cents, somewhere in that range as well. That is where the sweet spot is. If we look at it on a weekly, this actually, you know, we could extend this a little bit, and that could make it down to about 7 to 6.3 cents, and it could go all the way down that low and still be in good shape because that still would be a higher low overall. And with most of crypto taking a shit, it wouldn't be out of the realm of expectations. Yes, you do have a higher high forming, so it would make sense that after you get this higher high, you get a higher low, and then you go from there and you continue, something like that. Hard to say. I do think Bluezell has some good things in store for it. You guys know what I think about this thing, man. I think it's definitely a 1,000 xable, yes, a 1,000 xable coin, if not multi-hundred xable. We look at it, it's number 400 right now, number 330 or 399, $47.5 million market cap. Let's say it was 50 million. A 10x would be $500 million market cap, 100x would be $5 billion, and if this thing achieved a $50 billion market cap, which is achievable in the crypto space, especially for a coin that's existed since like it doesn't show it on this chart, but it's existed since like 2018, BLZ USD, I think, on Binance. Go all the way back. Yeah, 2018. It could achieve a $50 billion market cap, and that would be a 1,000x from the current price. That'd actually be just over a 1,000x from the current price. So I want to do BLZ USDT real quick. Let's just see. Yeah, I really would. You're rejecting the purple line area over here too. You are below the 50. I would expect that you have some kind of sizable, with cryptos, man, it's really common to see them go to this like sweet spot, the 618 to 69 area. So seeing prices below 7 cents is totally possible. I personally do have a buy order at 9.7 cents, but that's mainly because I'm kind of looking to trade this thing. I think that it will, just as it has been doing. I think it's going to have a little bit of a wig-wag all the way down. So it'll move down like this, and then it'll come up, and then it'll move down, and then it'll come up. And I plan on catching like a little bit of a move on that, buying around 9.7. If it goes lower, whatever, I'll just let it go lower. And then when it comes back up, I will sell wherever, probably around like the current price even. I do expect it to make lower lows and lower highs overall, but I think if you look at this more on a 4-hour basis, you can see how we have recently broken out of this uptrend that we have, right? You've got these kind of higher lows coming into play right here. It's not like the best drawn line. I don't know. Maybe it's this over here. Hard to say, but you definitely have a down move right now. You've broken out of this overall kind of wedge. I know I have a lot of lines here. I can't really delete them, but you've got this like pizza wedge up here like that, right? And you have broken out of it. So I do think that it has lower to go. This candle is definitely not encouraging. And the fact that, Bitcoin is up 7% today and this thing's only up 1.49% is also not encouraging. I don't think that, any move up from here is going to be anything worth buying into. It might be worth selling into, but at the same time, I don't think we're in selling territory. I think selling territory was back here, and now we're at buy it when it goes lower territory. That's kind of my opinion, but not financial advice. That's just my opinion. BLZ token, yeah, man, BLZ. It's they do. Well, let's just see. Let's just see here. What is Bluezell? Bluezell is a decentralized service provider that aims to allow users to create on-demand scalable databases for blockchain applications. So it's like a data storage blockchain or project, basically. And I think they want to be implemented in video games, stuff like that. Decentralized storage network for the creator, yeah. Advanced blockchain technology boasting 10,000 TPS and seamless, I think that's transactions per second, 10,000 transactions per second. For GameFi, yeah, they say that right there. So yeah, and if you guys know, I think seamless interoperability with Cosmos chains. That's cool, man, because I like Cosmos. I like Atom. Look at that. You scroll and it does this. Whoa, you're getting into it, man. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then you're outside of it. And then, oh, look at that. Gamma 4. Read more. Validated network. Kepler Block Explorer. Yep. I'm not going to read too much into this, but Bluezell chain is an advanced blockchain technology boasting 10,000 transactions per second and seamless interoperability with Cosmos chains. In addition to robust security, it offers efficient data storage and management, making it an ideal choice for businesses and developers embracing the future of blockchain technology. Token. The BLZ token is a versatile digital asset that fuels the Bluezell ecosystem. Users can utilize BLZ tokens to pay for network transactions, access Bluezell DB, and Oracle services and enjoy a seamless experience. Additionally, holders can stake their tokens to earn rewards, as well as actively participate in network governance, giving them a say in the platform's future development and direction. Games. A GameFi chain is truly great with exciting games to play. Bluzelle publishes and develops games in-house that take advantage of what our chain offers: speed, NFTs, storage, and DeFi. Players can seamlessly swap their game tokens and assets across the Cosmos ecosystem. The sci-fi card strategy RPG Gamma 4 is Bluzelle's first release. You know, I might have to check out Blue 4, man, or Gamma 4. I might have to check that out. But yeah, man, they're an OG coin. You know, beyond all that stuff, they've been around for quite a while, and I think they've definitely got a bright future. What's really exciting about Bluzelle, man, we're looking at it here, BLZ USDT. This is the most volume. This is the most volume we've ever seen. It has 7.3, you can see in the orange numbers over here, 7.3 billion tokens were exchanged this month. If we go to BLZ USD, the longest chart that we have, and it's on Binance still. The other one was Binance USDT. That's the most traded volume exchange, you know, that we have, traded pair. But here, the highest month we had before was 1.34 billion, okay, and that was down here. So at these lows, we had a lot of volume. At these higher lows, these are higher lows after all. Yes, we have lower highs, but to be fair, man, Bluzelle came out at a very bad time. If anybody remembers, you know, what was significant about February 2018, this was the beginning of the last bear market. You know, the bear market that we just got out of, it just ended, and this thing did not promote lower lows. It did not even go near there. It's actually got higher lows, paired with the fact that BLZ USDT, the highest traded pair in crypto on Binance, not that BLZ is, but before Bluzelle, this is the highest traded pair in crypto would be on Binance. It's USDT pair. We eclipsed the last highest month. You know, it was like 1.3. This is 7.73 billion. Literally 7 times, not quite 7 times, I guess, but 5 to 6 times higher than what we've seen previously. So that's just ridiculous, man. It's very, and off of the higher low. I know it doesn't look like it on this chart, but we go back, right, off of this higher low area. So very encouraging. I think big things are coming for this thing. It is, you know, it's a storage coin, but it's also, you know, implementing itself with gaming, and I think crypto and gaming are going to go hand in hand, you guys. I think it's going to go hand in hand with finances and voting and potentially medical bills or medical history, you know, stuff like that. Birth certificates might be kept on the blockchain, you know, not this blockchain, but just like there's going to be a lot of things that will be implemented on blockchain in the future once we figure out how to better do it, you know. But gaming, I think gaming is going to be one of those first real use cases. So that's just big shit to see that. And I think Bluzelle, it's been around for a while. It's proven itself that it's, you know, even though it's been through a bear market twice now, it's proven itself that they're not giving up. It's still a project that's being worked on and developed, you know, day after day. So, and there's some interest in it right now, man. We've got the highest volume this month. It doesn't show it on this chart, but the chart that matters, BLZ USDT, it does show that we have the highest volume coming in off of, again, higher lows. This is really nice to see. It really is nice to see. So I'm gonna end it there. I have a lot of high hopes for this thing. I do think that it has a potential possibility to go all the way up to like $1.41, maybe to $3.70, and maybe even higher. Again, I do think that this thing is 1,000xable from its current price. So a 1,000x from its current price would bring it all the way up, man. Is that right? Is that 100x? Is that 1,000x? That would be a 100x. So we got higher to go, man. We've got higher, much, much higher. A 1,000x would be at like a $50 billion market cap, remember, you guys. So that would put it all the way above $100. And we are sitting right now at 11 cents. I know it sounds crazy, but if you guys have been in crypto long enough, you know that crazy things can happen. So definitely worth looking into and checking out. I'm not saying it will do a 1000x. I'm just saying it has the potential to. I definitely would expect that it goes above its previous all-time high and generates like a multi-100x at a minimum is what I'm expecting. So it's only worth 11 cents now. It can be worth like tens of dollars, if not over $100 by the end of this bull market. So definitely something to look into. Let's see. Litecoin, Robert Lellis. We're going to look into Litecoin now. LTC USD. LTC USD. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it's bottomed. It might. It might have bottomed. That could be its low at $60.75. That really could be its low. To me, that kind of looks nice, right? Kind of does. Let's look at it on a weekly. Kind of does. Kind of looks nice. But to be fair, with these lines, you always see it. You always see something like this. You get a tip here, you get a tip here, and then you're hugging it. And then after you hug it, you break through it. So it might not have. It does kind of look nice, but you don't have a whole lot of volume. You don't need volume. You know, if you start moving up and volume builds, then that would be more convincing. I wouldn't at this moment say that that is the bottom. I do think that it goes lower. I do think that this is the bottom. Back here in June of 2022, Robert, I think that that's the low. We'll check out Flux. We can check out Flux. I don't give no Flux, man. We can check out Flux. I'm okay with that. But yeah, I do think that we could go lower. Looking at this thing on the weekly RSI, maybe you go up a little bit in the time being, maybe. Lower lows, lower highs. You're near the oversold zone. Litecoin throughout its history, you know, it likes to bounce off the oversold zone. It doesn't reach its overbought zone before getting into the oversold zone again, getting off and then bouncing off here, and then getting into the, you know, overbought zone from the oversold zone. Same thing here. So, I mean, you did, I guess, here bounce off and you rejected your overbought zone. That could happen, but you formed an overall lower high. I don't think we're going to do something like that personally. I would expect we probably do go to, if not into the oversold zone, you know, we bounce off of it. And maybe not this low, obviously, but I don't know if it's done yet. And that doesn't mean just because we go lower in the RSI doesn't mean we go lower. And I mean, like, we would go lower in price technically, but we don't have to go lower than this. We could just close lower than this. Though I would expect we go lower than that. Let's see. Maybe in the meantime, maybe in the coming days or weeks, we go up a little bit more, maybe. From top here to bottom, using the fib, bouncing right off the 618. That's kind of nice to see. Yeah, maybe you move up to 77 from here, and then you go lower. Something like that. Let's see if anything else agrees. Take this fib here from top. Where are you at? There you go, top to bottom. 382 lining up with the 382, yeah, $77, $78 would make sense to me. Make a move up to there, and then you'll probably go down. Probably make a move down, you know, maybe to like $56, somewhere in like the middle of this range here. You could even go to your 786. I do not expect that you take out this low. I do expect that you take out this low. So I guess somewhere in between there would be the best idea, right? And probably, you know, probably in this range, but you really could go even in this range here. So we can make a little snowman just for fun, you know. But I do think right here is like probably the lowest that you go. I wouldn't expect that you go between the 786 and the 886. I think you're going to hit the body or the head of the snowman. Personally, that's what I would expect. You're not going to hit his ass. I know you might want to, but it's summertime. That ass is going to melt, man. So as will the price. As will the price. But let's see here. Let's see. Looking at the daily. A little bit of a pop. RSI is up. Price is up. You have hidden bearish divergence, right? Your last high in the RSI was back here. I'm going to like blow this up a little bit. Right here. Highs in the RSI. Highs in price. Lower highs, higher highs in the RSI. That's hidden bearish divergence. You could go up a little bit more. I think you really could go up a little bit more. Maybe even go a little bit less than that. Let's see. Something like that. Maybe you make strides all the way up to 85. I don't know, but probably around, yeah, around $80 to $77 would make sense to me. Wagon. Is Wagon one of them? What's up, Jet Wash Ben? How you doing, brother? We're gonna check out. I think that's it for Litecoin. To answer your question, Robert, I don't think so. I don't think that it's found its low yet. I do think it's bottomed, like for its bear market. I do think that this low back here at, what is that, $40.32. I do think that that's its bottom, but it probably is not done going down just yet. That's my Wagwan. Wagwan. What is Wagwan? Did I just say a bad word in another language? I don't know, man. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. Flux. We could talk about Flux. I don't give no flux. Flux, flux, flux. Flux Power Holdings? Is this what you're talking about, Robert Levis? Let's type in USD. It might be this one. Let's look up the stock real quick. I'll just give it like a quick overall. Potential for good things, but all in all, I don't like it. I don't like the chart. You know, lower highs, lower lows, probably goes lower. That would be my expectation. All right, but I'm assuming you're talking about the crypto. So Flux USD. Let's just see. Get it on the weekly here. Back in late 2021, Flux USDT, maybe USD on KuCoin here. All right, there we go. Back in 2021, even further. Let's see if we can find something that goes back even further than that. Maybe on Uniswap. Nope, I don't like that. That's not. I don't like to see that. Let's see, Flux USD on Bittrex, and if not, yeah, okay, so screw that. We're just going to keep it on KuCoin. That's good enough for me. I like KuCoin, man. I think it's a trustworthy exchange. Let's see. It autocorrected. Jamaican word, like a greeting. Okay, Wagwan. Okay, I've heard of that, actually. I've definitely heard of that. Wagwan, brother. Wagwan. I don't know if they say that, but I believe they say Wagwan. I think I have heard that before. I've had some Jamaican people come into where I work, and they've definitely said that before. Or where I used to work. But let's see here. Bottom to top. That's why it sounded familiar, man. That's why I was like, am I saying a bad word? I knew that it was a word, but I forgot that it was a greeting. But anyways, looking at this thing. Oh, wow. Look at this. Flux, you are holding your 618. You are not bouncing off of it. This would, to me, indicate that you do go lower. You probably do go lower. Maybe you go to your 6.9, you're at about 32 cents right now. Maybe you go to about 23 cents. That's possible. You know, you could do that. Something like that is totally in the wheelhouse. Look at how constructive to the downside this fib is, right? You came down, held your 236 as support, broke through, held it as resistance, broke down. You kind of tipped your 382 here, held it as resistance here, held it as support here. And now you're down 0.5 as support, a little bit of a move up, and then you tipped it as resistance, and now you're holding your 618 as support. You know, all the things you've held as support before, you've come down and broken through them. So I do think that you are going to break through this. Maybe you see a deeper retracement to the 786 or 886. That is possible, I would say. But at the moment, I kind of like this area here as like a potential like bottoming area, right in that sweet spot, man, right between the 618 and the 69 at 27 cents there. Maybe you do go a little bit lower than that. You could like wick down to 23 cents, but that's kind of my primary area of focus at the moment. Let's see. From this low to this high, 1272, right there, man. Literally right there, that $27 or 27 cent area. That would make sense to me, man. That would make sense to me. The 1414 even. 1618 is right there with your 786. You could go down to about 16, 17 cents. That is possible. Let's see. I'm going to delete this one and just see how you've been interacting with this fib here. A little bit of respect. Not as pretty as the other one, but rejected the 382, rejected the 618, rejecting the 886. Likely do go at least to 26.5 cents, if not to 17 cents. There is a lot lining up between these two lines here, this 1272 and the 1414. So look for that. If you break 22 cents, really though, man, honestly, I don't know if the 1414 would be enough. If on a weekly you close below 24 cents, on a weekly, you get a week that closes below 24 cents, you probably will see prices around 17 cents. That I would expect that for Flux. So I don't give no Flux, man. I don't know what it's going to do in its long term, but in the short term, the RSI does look like crap. Does look bad. Looks like it wants to get oversold. Temporarily bouncing off the oversold zone, but you're not having. We got 5 days, 5 hours left. What kind of, you're up 2.35%. That's not really a bounce at all. We'll see, but overall lower highs, lower lows. I think you go lower. Maybe you have a good bull market. I don't know. You are showing bullish divergence, right, to a certain degree, but you're not promoting anything with it, and really what you have is hidden bearish divergence overall. So I don't necessarily like it. If it does well in the bull market, and let's say it goes down to, let's be optimistic here, like 26 cents, right? 26.8 cents, whatever. Let's say it goes down there, because if this comes lower, these numbers only get higher. Okay, so that's why let's be like conservative here. Better to be conservative and optimistic, right? Let's see, 26, there we go. So that would give you a potential extension all the way up to $6.69, $16.18, somewhere in that range. That is a big range, but it could do that. If we were, from the current price, that kind of range would give you about a 20x to a 50x, literally in that range. Is this thing 100xable? I don't know, man. Let's check it out. Let's go. We're going to go back on to CoinGecko. Got the white screen of death, but I'm still here, guys. I'm not going anywhere. The white screen has got me, but it'll come back. It's just part of it sometimes. I don't know why it does this. I need to get like an adapter for my, or like an extender for my Wi-Fi connection. I think that's what it is. But let's see here. So we're gonna look up Flux number 240. Nice, on the low side. $101 million for the market cap. Let's say 102. If this thing was to 10x, that'd be a 2 billion. 100x would be a 20 billion. So could this thing 100x? It absolutely could. It's possible. 100x from its current price would be all the way up at this 1886. These deeper extensions up around 32. That makes sense, right? We're at 32 cents, so 100x would be $32. Yeah, that makes sense to me, man. It could do that. It really could do that. It's possible. Hard to say. If we were to take this and go down to about that 17 cent, 16 cent area that I was looking at, you can see right here this 1618 to 1786. It's still in that area there. But I would think if you do well in this coming bull market, I don't know enough about this coin to make this decision, but if it was to do well, then it could go up there. If it's to do bad, then you are going to get a lower high, and it's still going to probably perform decent, from like where its low is to where its high is. It's still probably over a 10x there, but you wouldn't want to see that. You definitely wouldn't want to see that. I want to see here from low to high real quick. I don't know, man. It's nice to see this respect on the fib. It really is. It really is nice to see this, but we'll just see where it bottoms out. Something to pay attention to. And yeah, we'll go from there. But let's see. What is this BLZ coin use case? The main use case for it, to my knowledge, man, it's like data storage. Like you use it for data storage and for staking to decide what you're going. I didn't know that you could stake it, but it makes sense that you can, because a lot of coins implement staking. But it's a decentralized data storage system, and they want to use it for gaming, and something that you can like store your NFTs on, or you can store whatever on your gaming software, or like servers or whatever. I don't know. Let's go back to it real quick. BLZ, Bluezell. What is Bluezell? We're going to look it up again. Bluezell chain is advanced blockchain technology. And again, Jet Wash Band, the real use case for it, in my opinion, right now, beyond what it aims to be, its true use case is speculation. It's really what it is. Its true use case right now is people buy it low, people sell it high. People buy it high, people sell it low. But this is what it aims to be. A storage system, basically a decentralized storage system, and they've been around for quite a while. Yes, they have 10,000 transactions per second. No, that's not the fastest. No, it's not the slowest. That is pretty fast still. But there are faster chains out there. But the thing is, this thing's been around for quite a while, and I think that it's got strong chances, man. I remember reading into this whenever I was, it's been a while, but in the 2018 bear market, and I really did like this coin. It's been a while since I checked in on it. I forget who brought it up. If it was Fonzie or if it was Apache Garage, I forget who it was that brought this up to me, but somebody else brought it up after it pumped again, and man, it looks really, really well. Like from a technical standpoint, it really does look like pretty awesome. I'm definitely a big fan. But I think I'm going to wrap this up here, guys. I think I want to talk about Bitcoin Cash. I want to talk about the Dragon real quick. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. If you guys have any requests, get them in now. But I want to go back to the Discord here. I really need to change that picture, man. That's funny, man. I watch trading channels, but I don't trade. That's okay. Hey, weaponized autism bucks. That's okay, man. You don't, it's good to watch trading channels sometimes and learn. Maybe you don't want to learn trading, but you just want to know their input. I'll catch the stream on my way home from work. Hell yeah, good to see you, Jason Moon. I hope if you're in here, man. I forget who you are. You're somebody, but I don't know if you're in here, if you've made yourself known yet. But you go under a different name. Race car. It's race car. Anyways, let's see. If we scroll up here, this is the biggest candle we've seen the highs. And then I said, how many of you are feeling the FOMO? Everyone. Bull Pincher, you said super hard. Looking at this thing, you can't really see it. It's a little bit blurry, but this is back whenever the price was worth about $223, and that was before we had our overall move that took us to a high of $228. And I was asking you guys who felt the FOMO because I know, even me, man, I feel the FOMO a little bit. Not as much as I used to, in my beginning days trading, but and I say even me, of course I feel the FOMO. Whenever I see a move like this, 17% a day, I don't care if I'm waiting for lower lows. This would have been nice to catch. It would have been nice for anybody to catch. Okay, we'll do some ACH, Matt. Yeah, I'll look it up, man. Hey, it might be boring to me because I'm not in it, but I'll try to spice it up for you, bud. We'll check out ACH, and then we'll wrap it up after that, But of course, as a human being who's interested in this asset, you are going to feel FOMO when you see it move up 20% in a day. You are going to feel FOMO, and this is what I said afterwards. I said, look that feeling in the face and tell it to piss off. Tell it to piss off, and then the next time you feel it, it will get better and easier to do it again, and the time after that, and so on. And that's exactly what I feel like I do most of the time. Like when I feel FOMO, 9 out of 10 times, it's an incorrect feeling. 1 out of 10 times, maybe even less than that. What's up, RA Production? Sometimes it is right. And sometimes you feel the FOMO and you're like, no FOMO, I am not going to be a FOMO today. And then it goes up. And then it just takes off without you. And that sucks. Most of the time, whenever you feel that FOMO and you say no, it's going to come back. It's going to come back. And possibly, potentially, to me, what this looks like is it's just going to promote a lower low in this overall trend. But maybe it doesn't. Maybe this is the beginning of the end. We come down, we have a higher low, but we still come down, get another chance to buy at this higher low, and then we really start to take off. Maybe that happens. I will say that a candle as big as this one right here, I expected to go up here, but man, I didn't think it would happen in like one day. I didn't think it would happen in one day. This is a very big candle, you guys. This is the biggest candle we've seen throughout this whole range. The last time we had a candle this size, it was back here at the top. Like literally right here, this was an 11% candle. Yes, it wicked down lower. Yes, it was bigger overall on a range perspective, but the body itself was smaller than this one. So this is a pretty big candle. We do have 4 hours left in the day. A lot can happen. We definitely could come down at that time, but at the moment, this is pretty bullish looking. And when you start to get bigger green candles than you get red candles, that can be a sign. Even before you break your lower high trend, that can be a sign that you are going to go up, that you are done going lower. And just because you're done going lower doesn't mean you can't have a higher low before going up, and that's what I'm looking for. So it's kind of unfortunate to say for anybody who's looking for lower prices, but maybe we don't go lower. I'm still holding my prices, my buy order at 145 because I do think that we have a chance to go all the way down to this promised land of the sweet spot between 150 and 135, somewhere in there. But this very well could be the low, man. I wasn't convinced that it was, but stuff like this can make it convincing. And you can see stuff like this be convincing, come down here, and then get a chance to buy at a lot lower of a price, and then still make the right decision, and overall it goes up. So hard to say. We'll see it as it develops, but right now on the daily, there is a chance that this could be the low. I'm not saying that it's a likely chance, but it's somewhat likely. You do have a higher high in this RSI, lower highs in the price. This is a form of hidden bearish divergence, which is not a good thing. Your average is around 220, hell yeah, and some around 170. Do you think it would be wise to sell half, swing back at low prices? Everything under 244 for me is lower prices. That's nice. That's nice, guys. Still, hey guys, still, even though like so your average right at Jet Wash Ben, you're at 220. So you are in the green then, and then Matt, you're still under. that's okay, man. You know, it really is okay, because at least you didn't buy up here at like $300, right? Even if you bought at this low here at like 250, like you didn't buy at the highs. So whatever. This is just an opportunity to buy cheaper. Would I sell here, Jet Wash Ben? I don't know, man. Me personally, I might, but I'm not a financial advisor. I don't feel like completely comfortable giving financial advice, but what I do feel comfortable saying is that it might not be selling territory. You know, if you're using this as like a long-term hodl position, it might not be good to play with it. If it's a trading position, that's a different story. I mean, if it's a trading position, it's good to sell all of these little highs, right? It's a really good idea to sell, you know, all these little highs, buy these little lows if you can catch them, right? Buy low, sell high. This would be a sell high area because you're in this overall like connect the dots, you know. But if you, I don't know, you know, like it's really hard to say. What I feel most confident in is this is the area that you should have sold if you were holding Bitcoin Cash. This would have been a good area to get some in, which, you know, I did a little bit, but my biggest bag is definitely still lower to come. I'm not selling anything that's been bought here because this is going to be a longer term hold, you know, and I'm not selling because this thing can just take flight out of nowhere. So with that, I don't know if it's selling territory. I feel more comfortable saying this was selling territory. It's probably just buy as we go lower territory. Bought in the last bull market and DCA, baby. You bought in the last bull market, which means what, Matt? Did you buy? You bought higher, probably. That happens, man. Well, I don't know. The last bull market started way back here. You could have bought lower. I don't know, but I mean, it's all the way back here, so you could have bought higher. Whatever, man. It happens. Sometimes you buy, and if you bought and you've still been holding and you're DCAing, man, that's good. You have patience. That's good. You got more patience than I do. That's for sure. Hell yeah. Yep. Whatever, man. Whatever. Because at the end of the day, guys, we all know where this thing's going. We all know. And it rhymes with schmerteen schmausen dollars. 13,000 to 23,000, maybe even higher. I doubt we see the 1618, but I very much would expect the 1272 to the 1414. Looking at this, no, I don't. What is it doing? Looking at this high to this low here. You know, you've got your 1886 and 1786 right up in here too, so that could happen. I do think we're going to break 13K. So anybody that bought at any point in time, I think if you're underwater, it's going to come out to be green. Way higher. Yeah, way higher, bro. Oh, you bought way higher? Yeah, that's okay, man. That's you guys want to know one that I took a shit on? Let's see. Let's actually go. Let's look it up here. CoinGecko. You guys probably have never heard of this, man. Electronium. Maybe you've heard of it. I put so much cash into this thing when I started, man. I had so much hope for this thing. It's nothing, by the way. Don't buy this thing. I'm still holding some, and I will probably hold it forever until it goes away. But I mean, just look at it, man. This is abysmal. It's nothing but down. I should have sold up here, but that was at 3.9 cents. My lowest buy was 8 cents on this thing. I bought it like 30 cents something. Let me see. 17 cents there. Is this its max? Okay, so maybe not 30 cents. Maybe I bought it like 13 cents. 20 cents there. Yeah, but my lowest buy was 8 cents. Oh, and here we are. We're sorry. I said 30 cents. That's at 3.9 cents. Yeah, 3. Is that even 3.9? Yeah, that is. Yeah, I think my lowest buy was 8 cents, which is still actually pretty not bad now that I think about it. Or that is bad. That's up at this all-time high. And I think I bought around 13 cents or higher, something like that. How long have I been in crypto? I've been in crypto. It depends, Jet Wash Ben. It depends, man. I've been in crypto since 2015, technically, but I haven't been involved in crypto. I haven't been a trader, a technical analyst. You know, I haven't been like this in crypto since 2017. So 2017 is really, I feel comfortable saying, is when I got into it, man. And I did not do well, guys. I did so bad, man. I pissed away a lot of money. You guys want to know my story with Bitcoin? Because that's what I bought into. I wasn't about altcoins at first until I lost all my money with Bitcoin. And then I'm like, okay, maybe I'll give altcoins a shot. Maybe we can try this. But let me tell you about Bitcoin here, just to show, like, you can come back, you guys. I want to say something before I get into this. I talked to a guy he's a very wealthy man. I respect him personally. He's a father to one of my friends that I went to high school with, and you know, I don't talk to either of them anymore. But he used to come into this place that I worked at, And he saw me, I was down one day, and he's like, what's going on, Chris? Why do you seem down? I'm like, honestly, man, can I tell you? I'm like, I lost a lot of my money. I've lost like basically everything in crypto. And he's like, have you hit zero? I'm like, yeah. He's like, have you hit zero before? I'm like, yeah. He's like, and I'm talking like this guy's got probably like tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. He's a very successful person. He's retired, you know, and he's like, yeah, I've hit zero before. I think I hit zero 4 times in my life. He's like, hit zero one more time. He's like, get it out of your system. He's like, that'll probably do you though. He's like, you'll be fine. You know, he just patted me on the back. He's like, you hit zero? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I've hit zero before. He's like, don't worry about it, man. You'll be okay. You know, and I think to any of you guys out there, if you lost all your money, man, if you are going to lose all your money, it hurts, it sucks. People do, and on a dark note here, man, people do get depressed over this stuff and sometimes do not good things. You know, don't let money affect you that way. You can come back. You just have to come back. That's what it is. You have to come back. Don't give up. And try not to make dumb decisions. Here's what my dumb decision was. Ready? So I bought on this candle, and I bought like at 18K. I was in crypto, you know, before then, but I put a lot of my money, all my money that I was saving in at the top here because everyone was talking about it going to 50K very soon. So I bought in, I held it all the way down to 6K, and I sold it right here. I did. I sold it at 6K on the dot, actually. And then it went up, and I bought it at just below 12K. I bought it at the top, and then it went down to 6K, and I sold it again at like 6.8K. And then it went up here, and then I bought it. And then it went down here, and then I sold it. And then it went up, and I didn't buy it this time. I did not buy it this time, man. I did not buy it here. I did not buy it here. I didn't buy any of this. I waited. I saved my money up again, and then I bought. I did not buy down here. I thought about buying down here, and I didn't. And then it went all the way up, and guess what I did? I bought up here. I bought up here, man. And then I have a friend who he bought this low. And I told him, no, man, it's going to go lower. And I waited all the way up here to buy more. I still held this stuff. I still held the stuff that I bought up here. But then I bought here, and then things have basically been good ever since then. I haven't really done too bad for myself since then. But man, yeah, ouch is right, guys. I'm not kidding. If you bet against me, if you went 100% opposite of what I was doing, you would have killed this, because I literally bought the highs and I sold the lows throughout this whole bear market, man. I was the person giving my 2% to the big dogs who were trading it. And that was my first bear market, man. That was my first bear market. And basically by here I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm done trading. I'm gonna save my money. It went down here, and I'm like, I had enough to buy like. At that point, you know, with the money I was saving, I was still living with my mom. I probably had enough to buy like 6 or 7 Bitcoins, and I didn't. I did not. Or maybe it was 5 Bitcoins. I did not, and then I bought up here. instead of buying 5 Bitcoins, I had to buy like closer to 1, less than 2. And then here, you know, I bought some more, but I did sell a lot of my cash. I don't actually hold any Bitcoin now. And I bought some Dogecoin, you guys. I bought a lot of Dogecoin in this last bull market, around 0.0078 cents. And then it went up to like 8 cents, and then it came down here. I'll show you. You know, this is what I did in my last bull market. Doge, USDT. So I bought here, let's see, right before the pump. I bought like, it was like, let's see. I'm just going to get the line like as close as I possibly can to it. Something literally right there. I had 0.0078 was where I bought my first buy for Dogecoin. Elon Musk got me into it, man. And then it went all the way up here, and then it came down, and I didn't actually buy this low. No, I'm sorry. This doesn't show. Let me go back. Let me go back on the daily here, because this will show it. I did buy this low. I bought this low right here. I bought below 3 cents. I actually bought it like 2.5 cents. Yeah, I literally did buy it 2.5 cents, and it went down to 2.22 cents. I felt smart, man. I bought here, watched it go up. I didn't sell. I just waited, and I bought more. And then it went up more. I waited, and then I bought more once it went below 5 cents again. And then, dude, I killed it. I really did kill it. I did fantastic in the last bull market. I did not sell up here. My average sell for Dogecoin was 14 cents actually. That was my average sell out. I sold some at 60 cents. I sold some at 30 cents. I sold some at 7 cents. And here we are right now at 6.7 cents, you know. But my average sell was, I think my average buy was around like 2.5 cents or 2 cents, and then my average sell was 14 cents. So I could have killed it way more, but I definitely did. It just goes to show, you know, this could have been, this was like a 97, a 98x from my lowest buy. It was. But I managed to do like more of like a 7 to a 10x on average. You know, at best it was like a 20x, but on average it was like a 7x, 10x, and I still did really good. So you don't need these ridiculous things that I talk about all the time here with like Blue Zell, with Compound, with Jesus Coin. You know, that can do 1000x, 100x potential. That's great. It's great to make those kind of gains, but man, you can do great for yourself even without that. And the real key takeaway is to take profits. Anybody can make profits. Any dumbass can ride all the way up to 70 cents and feel super smart up here and then ride down. You know, anybody can do that, but only the pros sell up here. So be a pro, take profits when it comes time. Do not sell too soon. You know, remember, like we are, and that's the thing. If I sold, I had a lot of people here, man. Whenever I remember, man, when I was watching it and I broke 100K, and one of my friends was telling me, dude, sell. He's like, I would sell it if I was you. He literally, we're at work, and I'm looking at it go from like I had like 7K to 100K in like a day. And I just remember thinking, I'm like, holy shit, man, this is crazy. And he's like, sell it. He's like, I would have sold it whenever, like the second it hit 100K, I would have sold it. I'm like, no, you wouldn't, bro. You would have sold it whenever you made 14K. You would have sold it when you made 10K. You would have sold it when you made 20K. Like a lot of people sell too early. And like the people, like he was telling me, he's like, I would have sold it here. And it's like, no, you wouldn't. You told me to sell it way, way lower. You told me to sell it whenever it was up here, let alone all the way back here, you know. And it's like, and no offense, you know, it's to each their own. You're taking profits. You can't be upset, but you will be upset if you sold this high when you could have sold this high. You will feel smart right here. When you buy here and you sell up here, you're going to feel smart. But then when do you feel dumb? You feel dumb when it comes all the way up here. That's when you'll feel dumb. So don't, you know, it's okay. Just as you take nibbles on things as you buy them, you know, maybe you DCA and you're buying on the way down. It's okay to DCA out as well, but do not be in a position where you sell all your stuff just to miss out another leg up, you know. And I didn't, but I did ride this wave all the way up, and then I rode it down all the way down, and then I started to sell. You know, I sold some up here on this like little, it was here. I sold some up here, but like a very, very small amount, you guys. Not enough to, like that was up at like 60 cents. All right, I must have sold higher than that. No way. Did I not sell at 60? Let me see. Maybe I didn't sell at 60. I swear I sold at 60 cents though. Maybe I sold at 50-something cents. I don't know. Because I think it was this. Maybe I have it wrong. I think it was this secondary pump here. No. Because it was this day. It dropped and then it came back up. Yeah, I did sell up here, but it was a small amount regardless. Because my average sell was 14 cents, and I didn't sell most of it until like back. Let's see, when was it? It was like over here, like somewhere over here. I sold most of it over here. So, anyways. It's a little story with Doge. I'm getting off track here, guys. I'm sorry, but that's where I made a lot of my money was in Dogecoin, and I pissed away a good bit of it. Used it, paid for rent with it, went on vacation, took some time off of work to be with my family. You know, I had a baby girl, and I was able to take 6 weeks off of work without having to like go broke, and we actually had money to do that, and we still went on vacation, you know, a couple times, and I paid for like half a year's worth of my rent with that money too, you know, so I did use it, but I saved some of it up. I've got a little bit left to invest and do things with, and I'm hoping to make a lot more money than I did. I'm hoping to be a multi-millionaire by the end of this bull market, and I think I will be. I really do think I will be, especially with coins like Dogecoin, coins like Blue Zell, coins like Bitcoin Cash, Compound, Mana. You guys, Mana, nobody talks about it, man. I feel like I'm the only one that talks about it on this channel. None of you guys have taken interest in it, but man, this thing I really think is going to do well. It's worth 31 cents. I'm telling you, by the end of this bull market, guys, $90 to $120. I'm telling you, it's big shit, big potential. It really does have big potential. Even if it went all the way back up to its all-time high from here, that's still a 18x, right? And I think it's going to do better than that even, but I will make at least $500,000 or more if I do right. Hell yeah, that's the right attitude, man. And that's something else, guys. That's back to that point. Like, it's okay to take profits, but don't miss the train. You bought your tickets low, man. You bought your tickets low. We're gonna go back. What was it? BCH. To all of you people here for looking at Bitcoin Cash. If you bought down here, you bought your tickets low to this train ride, this magical train ride, the magical dragon ride itself. Do not sell it for a lower high. Do not sell it for this high. You know what I mean? Sell it. Like, you can take profits, and this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. But you might feel smart when you sell for gains, but the only way to make you feel stupid after selling for a profit is whenever it takes off further. We all know where this thing's going to go. If you're in Bitcoin Cash, if you're like me, you guys, we all know that it's going to go up to 13K or higher. Like, that's just going to happen. So why play the game? Why play this buying and selling game? You know, back to answer your question, who was it? Let's see. Jetwash Ben, back to answer your question, why play this game of buying and selling, man? I don't think it's worth it. You know, I didn't play that game with Doge. I played the game of like I bought down here, right? And then it went all the way up here. I didn't play the game of buying and selling. I bought more down here, and then when it went up higher, I didn't sell. I waited for it to come lower again, and then I bought even more. And that to me is a lot safer. That's a lot better way. The real winners are all hot holders, and I mean that's a fair point too, Gandalf. That is totally fair, man. Because the real winners, if you talk or hear any of the multi-billionaires in crypto talk, they all say the same thing. They would have more Bitcoins if they never sold Bitcoin, if they never pressed that button. I think except for Eric Crown, I think he made plenty of Bitcoins trading, but most of the OG crypto guys, man, they would have more Bitcoins if they never pressed the sell button. So I think that says something too. But you have to have a lot of patience and wherewithal, man. It's hard. It is really hard to be a holder, but you can do it. And I think it's easier to do it, you guys, if you have a trading account, you have a midterm account, and then you have a retirement account, right? You have money that you're going to put in and you're never going to touch it. If you have that account, you have money that, okay, this is my cycle trading account. I'll buy, at the bull cycle beginning, I'll sell at the bull cycle's end. And then DCA throughout the bear market. You have that account. And then you have your trading account, which should have, if you were to divvy these up, you should have maybe like 40% in your long-term account, or like 50%, 60% in your long-term account, 30% in your midterm account, and then like 10% or less in your trading account. 25% until 20. Hell yeah, man. That's good. I think that's good, man. If you have a long-term perspective, just like Gandalf the Wise here is saying, it's going to be good. I saw there was some news surrounding it, so to hear now that he is fired, I'm not surprised. It's crazy, man. It is crazy, but he's seemed a bit off the past couple times that I've watched him. I'm sure that this was a long time coming, but I have not good things to say about Ben, but I have more good things to say about him than bad things. And truthfully, the matter is that none of us know. We only know the surface level. We weren't there. We don't know what's actually going on. But it's unfortunate for him. It sucks for him. But hopefully, Bitboy Crypto and the team, they make something good out of it. I don't really have high hopes for it. I think that Ben is the face of Bitboy, and without him, they're going to be in a state of disarray. But maybe not. Hopefully it doesn't turn nasty, but I do think one way or another, get your popcorn ready, guys. It's going to be entertainment. It's going to be some drama for sure. But anyways, back to Bitcoin Cash and my wigwags here. I do think Bitcoin Cash is going to go lower. I don't think that this high, I don't think that's nothing to just shove off and disregard, but it is still a lower high. This is a bullish engulfing candle by far, but we've seen this before where we've had bearish engulfing candles and then a higher high overall in the range, and then we still went lower. We could go lower than this low. We might not. This is a pretty convincing candle to me that this might be the low. And I say pretty convincing. I would say I'm not totally convinced that we're not going lower than this, but it's a more compelling move up that is starting to make me think that is the low. But with that being said, I still have a solid buy order at 145. I do think that we're going to go lower. I haven't moved it yet. I don't plan on moving it, but if we see some different things in the charts, some different readings in the RSI, more constructive things looking like we don't want to give this up, then yeah, sure. then I'll buy higher. Whatever. I'll buy at 180, 190, but I'm not going to buy here at 223. And if I miss the boat on that, and we just continue to go higher, oh well. There's other cryptos that are still at their low points that haven't taken off like that. But what price, in your opinion, does BTC reach around 2030? RA Production. I have friends that had millions of Dogecoins and sold them below a penny. Oh, yeah, bro. Isn't that the worst, man? Isn't that the worst, man? Millions of Dogecoins. Oh man. I had something like at the height of it, I had like 800,000 Dogecoins, man. So I didn't have millions, but I had like 800,000 Dogecoins, and sold them all at the wrong places, and I still did right, you know. But I did not sell them below a cent. I definitely did not. That sucks, man. That really. I bet they hate Dogecoin. I bet they do. I bet they're like, it's going to go below a cent still. I don't know. I don't know your friends, so I mean, maybe not. But that sucks, man. But hopefully they didn't buy the highs. When you miss something, guys, you just have to accept that you missed it. You know, that's basically it. Don't chase dragons. You're going to get burned. That's I like to say that. That's kind of what started the whole Dragon Riders thing. But let's see here. If realistically, around what price, in your opinion, does BTC reach around 2030? Let's see. BTC USD. I think we have another halving after that, right? Let's look at this on a 3-month time frame. We're going to go to the all-time index, BTC USD, and then we're going to check out ACH for Fonzie. Why fired? Hawk Firewolf. He was fired because, you know, from what the news headlines say, and this is not me telling you what happened. This is me telling you what I've heard and what you can find online. Financial damages and drug abuse is what I've been informed as to why they're kicking him out. But who knows? It could be something more sinister than that, more drama based. It could just be because they had a feud between each other. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitboy was doing some drugs, but like, is he a drug addict or does he have a drug problem? Maybe, but like, I don't know. He might not. You know, I don't want to jump to conclusions or accuse him of things that other people are accusing him of without knowing myself. So, but yeah, on the rock. Oh man, like the crack rock. I haven't heard that, but I mean, I'm just saying, man. I don't doubt it. You know, you seen The Wolf of Wall Street? That's and Ben, if you guys have watched Ben, man, if you watch Bitboy like 2 years ago compared to who he is now, like you watch him talk, he definitely seems different. He definitely does seem different, and drugs can do that to you, man. Drugs can do that. Or also stress of losing your company, because he said it a few times, like in the past like few weeks I've watched him. He says it like all the time now. This would be nothing without me. Bitboy is nothing without me. And I think he said that because he knew people were talking. I think he knows, man. He's not dumb. He's definitely not dumb. Though it might be a dumb reason that he got removed. He's not dumb. No sugar. Probably. That's what I was thinking, Jet Wash Ben. Probably some no sugar. Probably something like that. Maybe some other stuff. Who knows? Maybe he was doing psychedelics. I really don't know, man. Some white lines. You know, I've got plenty, you guys. I have all the white lines. I'm going to throw them all on here right now. I got all of them. But BTC, anyways, Jet Wash Ben. We are on Coinbase. I want to do BTC USD index right here. Where do I see it by 2030? That's a good question. That is a really good question. Let's see, actually. Future Bitcoin halving dates. 2024, 2028, 2032. So by 2020, we're going to be, or by 2030, we're going to be firmly entrenched in the bear market. Likely going to be firmly entrenched. Just to put it in perspective, this is 2030 all the way out here, right? These are 3-month candles. Each one of these takes 3 months to form. So with the look of this, we have hidden bullish divergence. We have lower lows, but higher lows in price. So we likely will continue. You see continuation like this from hidden bullish divergence in uptrends, which we definitely are. Where can this thing go? So if we take this top to this low here, we went up to the 2272. We take this top, tried to kill a fly, but I missed. I muted it because it was loud. We take this top to this bottom here. We went up to the 22. What the hell, man? How have I never seen this before? Maybe I have seen this before. I knew Bitcoin liked this 2272, but I didn't know it did it back to back. Look at that. Top to bottom, 2272. Top here to bottom, come on now, to this bottom, 2272, right there, right? We're at the 2886 for this one. I wonder actually, before I continue on, I just wonder real quick, what are we at overall from the first low, top to bottom, all the way up at the 3618. That's cool. That's not bad. Go up to the 4618 by 2030 maybe. This top here to this bottom, we are at the 1618. So the first time that we actually didn't get to the 2272. And I think if anybody here has been in crypto long enough to know the last bull market and experience that. What's going on, everybody? I see we got like 12 people in here. That's nice to see. Thank you guys all for being here. You know, what's really constructive about this and why all these people who think we're going to go lower than this low here at around 15K, 14K, whatever it was. 15, yeah, it was like 15K, 15.5K. I don't think we are. Because classic fib behavior, man, you go after 1618 or 1272, you find support on the 886, it's go time after that. And that's exactly what we got. We got support on the 886, and it's probably going to be go time. Bull run starting, oh yeah, lag X, yeah, we're in the bull run, man, for sure. That's what I'm saying here, man. I don't think, if just from what I know about fib structures, when you hit these extensions, it's very common, very, very classic to bounce off the 886 and continue deeper into the extension. So maybe by the end of this bull run, yeah, I doubt it goes below 20 as well. From here, you guys know if you've been watching, I think that Bitcoin probably goes around like 24.3, 24.5K. That's probably where it goes, and then we'll start to take off again. And when I say take off, I don't mean like this move. I don't mean like this move, but like we might just like dabble a little bit until the halving, and then boom, and then we go up. But the question I'm answering is, where do I see Bitcoin being in 2030? And to answer that, you know, I went back and we measured here again from this high to this low, 2272. This high to this low is the 2272. This high to this low, we only went to the 1618. So I do think we have a date with destiny at the 2272. I really do. And that would put us at a price of $207,430. And because this has taken 2 cycles to get to, we could even see from the 1618 to an 886, we could see a move that takes us up to the 2618, right below $400,000, right around that area. We really could. By the end of this cycle, that really could happen. Just to put it in perspective, I think the end of the cycle is going to happen somewhere at the end of 2025, right? So that would be here. That's January 2026, so that would be here. So a move like that from the current price, you know, let's say we dabble, that's, you know, it's going to be something insane like that, right? All the way up like that. Is it possible? Like if we look at how Bitcoin looks throughout its history, is something like that possible? I think so. I think that's absolutely possible. You know, it can definitely do that. It's done it before, and that is insane market caps to deal with. But man, Bitcoin is an insane coin to deal with in itself. But does it go that high? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it only goes to the 2272, and then we come down, find support at the 70K area. Maybe we even go below it. We've gone below the previous all-time high. We could go below it again. Where do I see it being by 2030? I would say, Jet Wash Ben, it's very, very, very hard to say, my friend. Very, very hard to say. But I would expect that it's going to be over $200,000. We're going to be in our second bear market, right? Because we're going to form a bear market here. Or are we going to be in our bull market? What would that... Hold on, let me see. 2028? 2030? So we'll be at the end of our bull market, actually, right? We'll be like in the midst, we'll be at the beginning of the bear market, maybe not at the end of it. So where do I see it being by 2030, man? By 2030, before 2030, I think that we have a strong chance of being worth more than $500,000. I don't know if we'll be worth more than $1 million, but more than a half, I would say there's a strong chance of that before 2030. By 2030, I would think less than $1 million, maybe even less than $500,000. This is a really hard question to answer because we don't have a whole lot of data to go off of. I mean, we do, but we don't. You know, maybe if we base this like this for this bull market, maybe we only see the 1618 from here as well by the end of this bull market. We go up to the $173,000 area. Maybe we even go up a little bit higher, something like that. And then we come down, we find support again on this 886, right? This is where the halving happens. So actually we would find the halvings in 2028. It'd probably be like April, February, something like that in 2028. So it'd be somewhere in here. So we would probably bottom before then, come up, you know, be bleeding out. We'd probably go up. Really hard to say, man. Really, really hard to say. I don't know. I would think, I'm going to take a wild, wild guess here, Jet Wash Ben. Yeah, we understand, man. We understand. Too much Colombian candy. We get it, bro. Got all these white lines on here. Maybe Shiba is better. I'm going to invest in Doge personally, but to each their own. I hope we all make money. But I need to end the stream, guys. But to answer your question, Ben, I think above $300,000 and below $500,000 is likely where Bitcoin will be in the year of 2030. Hard to say, really hard to say. But a multi-$100,000 Bitcoin, I don't think it'll be worth $1 million, and I don't think it'll even be worth over $500,000. It might have achieved prices over $500,000 by then, but I don't think that it will be at $500,000 by 2030. That's my opinion. Don't take this seriously. This was just scribbles. Like, really, I'm embarrassed. Do not take any of that seriously, you guys. Just take the words seriously, and even then, slightly. You know, not a whole lot of serious. Let's look at ACH real quick for Fonzie. ACH, and then we're gonna go. Melissa, I see you want me to do ARB. I'll do a quick ARB as well, but I do have to go, guys. I got some stuff playing with my family, so can't keep them waiting forever. Alchemy Pay here, man. Nice day. Look at that. 6% day engulfing, bullish engulfing candle. Looks good. Hidden bearish divergence, though, right? You've got your high here, higher high in RSI, lower high in price, and overall in this RSI range, it's still just a lower high. Overall in this price range, still just a lower high. You have a flattening base. I do think ACH is on its way to make new lows from the current range. Maybe not new lows overall. If we take this range into consideration, you know, I know I've talked about this a couple times from top to or bottom to top here. We are finding support in this sweet spot, but we're not getting a bounce like we normally would. So I do think you could see a potential bottom somewhere between 786 and the 886, anywhere from about 1 to 1.1 cents, somewhere in there. Maybe like 0.9 cents, so $0.009 to 1.1 cents, $0.011, somewhere in there. And that would make sense to me. If we take this, you know, from bottom to top here, you've got your 2272 right in that range. 2414, 2618 even is a little bit lower, but I do think overall you're going to form a higher low. I definitely do think that. Let's see if we get from the bottom to the top of this overall up here. You're below your 618. Yeah, man, the 2272 is right there at 0.009 cents. I bet you do. I bet you really do have a chance of going below 1 cent. But there's also a strong chance that you could find support in this previous area where you found support right around 1.11 cents, which if you remember from this fib right here, from the low to the high, that is right in line with your 786. So I stand by it, man. Between 1.1 cents and $0.009. So between 0.9 cents to 1.1 cents, somewhere in that range is where I think it's going to go. I'm not convinced right now that it's found its low. I do think it goes lower. You have a bullish engulfing candle on decreasing volume. You have hidden bearish divergence on your RSI, lower lows or lower highs in price, along with, you know, lower lows overall. That's my opinion. Dude, Jet Wash Ben, bro, I was checking the price all the time, bro. I don't know how many of you guys have had this experience, but when you go to bed and then you wake up the next day and all you did was sleep and you're $100,000 richer, it's life is funny. It just things feel weird after that, man. You definitely feel giddy and excited, but like it's like it almost felt like natural and normal and calming at the same time. I definitely checked it all the time, but like I wouldn't even say I checked it all the time. I don't know. I more would like show it off to my family. That's basically what I would do, honestly. Insane. It was insane, man. It really was insane. But it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool, and we'll probably see more days like that, more months like that. But you know, Dogecoin went up 1,000% in one day last cycle, so I don't think we're going to see that happen again. But I'll tell you what, man. If any of you are ever so fortunate to make $100,000 in one day, you will probably be checking that thing quite often. You will probably be seeing a lot of screen time on your exchange for sure. But that, yeah, man, that I don't know. I don't really remember. I'm trying to think. I feel like I wasn't on it all the time. I definitely talked about it a lot. I didn't talk about like how much money I made, but I talked about it a lot because I wanted other people to buy it and get into it. Yeah, bro, I can't wait. I think you will. I think you will, Jet Washman. That's the right attitude. You're only going to be as like your potential. You can surpass your potential. So set it high, man. Set it high, hit it, and break through it, man. Like set, like whatever goal. If your goal is $10,000, good. Set it at $10,000. Hit that goal, break through it, make it 100,000, make it 1,000,000. I want to be a trillionaire. Everybody wants to be a billionaire. I want to be a trillionaire. Okay, so that's, and I think with inflation and everything that's going to be possible. But I'm going to take all your guys' money in this trading game. but I definitely do, man. I definitely do think that it's possible. I don't. Some people hear that and they're like, "Ha ha, that's funny. That's a joke." I'm dead serious, man. I'm absolutely serious as hell about that. Like 100%. I hope I usually just live on my own screen. Yeah, man. That's fair. It's fair. As do I, man. If you're a trader, if you look at technical analysis, you're going to. Hell yeah, bro. We can race. We'll race, guys. And then once we're done racing portfolio prices, we can race yachts in the Baltic Sea. I think so, man. I really do think so. Thank you, RA Production. I appreciate it. I am going to do one more for Melissa. We're going to do ARB, and then we're going to be done. ARB, USD, Arbitrum. Looking at it real quick. Looks like you kind of have a double bottom scenario. Bullish divergence forming. Potentially, you have found your low. You might be doing the opposite of most cryptos. You might be going up. Hard to say. That's not enough data to go off of, unfortunately. Let's look at Kraken. Not a lot to go off of either. I'm going to change my mind on that, man. Maybe you do go lower, honestly, unfortunately. Is this still it? 4.38 cents? 4.3? No, that's not the same one. We'll do one more. ARB, USD. Bitfinex? No. So maybe this is all of its data. That's okay. We'll go on Kraken. ARB, USD, Kraken. So you do have kind of a double bottom here, decreasing volume. Hard to say. Really hard to say. Not enough data to go off of. What you'd want to do, obviously, would be to not go lower than this low. Hold this as a double bottom. Kind of round this bottom out. You don't have to move up immediately, although moving up would be encouraged, but you can kind of round this bottom out and still look good. If the rest of crypto dumps, you don't want to break this low, because if you do break this low, you're going to go lower. You're going to find new all-time lows, and at that point, the sky's the limit or the ground's the limit. You could go all the way down to about 8.17 cents, maybe even down to, 81.7 cents to 71 cents. You're at 97 cents now. If this thing were to do well in the current bull market, and if it does not go lower than these current lows, from top to bottom, you could see, if it breaks this all-time high, you could see prices at $2.18, maybe even $2.77 or higher. It is possible. I don't know a whole lot about this thing. We'll look at it on CoinGecko, but my overall opinion right now is neutral. I don't know. It looks kind of good, but there's not a lot of data to go off of, so I don't feel comfortable saying that it's found its low yet. ARB on here, Arbitrum, number 39. Nice. So it's gotten some traction. $1.24 billion. I don't know enough about it to make a genuine assumption on it, but if it was to go up to $2 billion, that would give it a market cap that's like multi-billions of dollars. It could do a 10x. With that kind of market cap, it could do more than that. So you could see prices all the way up at like literally up at like $11, maybe even up to $20. I don't know if this thing hits $100 in its current cycle, but it has potential. But also the fact that it's so new and has such a high market cap like this already, like unless it's going to be the next big thing for this coming bull market, it has a lot of room to go down. This, and make no mistake, man, you could lose 50 to 60 to 70 to 80 to 90% in this thing before things really start to turn up. It's got enough market cap to give back that kind of money, and not a lot of historical data to go off of either. Yeah, so hard to say. Definitely came out at the right time at the end of the bear market. Definitely came out at the right time, but hard to say with this one. I don't really have an opinion. Maybe it does well, maybe it doesn't. But for the time being, just hope that you don't go lower than this, because if you do go lower than this, you likely will see a drop that takes you anywhere from around, what was it, like 81 cents to like 70-something cents. You could see it probably more than that, honestly, but let's just see. Low to high here. Yeah, 30. You could see a 30% or 30%, 35% drop, maybe even a 43% drop. And again, with the market cap that it has, if it went to like $100 million, which a lot of cryptos have that have been around longer than this has, if it went to $100 million, you can see like a 90% drop all the way to the beyond the 4618. I don't know if you're going to see that. I don't personally expect that, especially with the current conditions. But you could see at the most anywhere from like a 15 to a 27% drop if you break the lows right now, which are at 71.4 cents. So that's all I got for you guys. Thank you all for coming. Very much appreciate you. Thank you so much. Not if, but when. That's the right style, Jet Washman. That's definitely the right. Screw the job. I want to be free. Yeah, man. I hear you. This is a job, though, man. You do this enough, it is a job. You're going to be doing it all the time. Like it's you still have to put in work and time and evaluate. When you're managing that much money, you're not going to be less worried. You know, you're only going to get more stressed about your money as you gain more money. Like, people think like more money equals less stress about money, but you're going to be more stressed about it because you have more to lose. So, but I hope we all can achieve financial freedom. You know, it's a good dream to have, and I think beyond the ideas of just trading, patience is really key. Buy at a good price, hold your ticket to the price that you know it's going to go to, and don't let it sell for anything less than what you know it's going to go to. And with that, I'm gonna leave you guys. So yeah, wisdom is definitely key, man. And if you don't have wisdom, you can still do well. But timing. When is the end of the bull market going to be? Probably at the middle of 2025 to the beginning of 2026. So no matter how well your cryptos do, just remember that. Anyways, guys, take care. Bye-bye. Thank you all for coming. Have a great day.